तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवीं गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
What page you stopped yesterday?
We finished with the third page, I believe.
Oh, you finished the third page.
Yeah. We'll have to go to the page 4.
Ishvara Swami, did we finished Mukhanasika Vachon Anunasika? Right?
Yes.
Did you see that already?
Ishwar Prabhu?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the...
Okay. That's on the page 1, 2, 3, fourth page. Here is the 4th page.
Okay.
So, this is a sutra. Tulya. Yeah. Tulya.
Okay.
Yes. Tulya Asya Prayatnam Savaranam. Tulya Asya Prayatnam Savaranam. Tulya means something that is comparable. Tulya, comparable. Asya is a name, or Asya means mouth. Whatever the generation of sounds within the mouth, we have this, right? Talu, kanta, all this, starting with the throat. Then you have palatal, cerebral, then the teeth, then the lips. All this form a part of mouth. So we'll see that in the Tippani they'll give Asye Bhava iti Asyam. Asye Bhava iti Asyam. Asye means in the mouth or within the mouth. Within the mouth, Bhava is something that generates or that takes birth or that exists. Asye Bhava. Whatever that generates within the mouth is known as Asyam. So that is what is this Asya. Tulya Asya. This is all Samasa Pada.
So this Asya is not a part of the Vibhaktis?
This Asya is not part of the
Vibhakti. As Krishna Shya, Rama Shya, like that.
No, not that. Yeah, that is different. That Krishna Sya, Rama Sya is just Sya. Sya is the Vibhakti. And that will come only for Shashti. There is a sutra called Ta Nasi Nasang Inatsya. So that's only for the Shashti Vibhakti in the relation.
Okay.
That's different. Yeah, this is Asya. Asya.
Okay, Asya.
Yeah.
So Asya is mouth.
Asya is mouth, yeah. Vadhanam, Asya, these are all mouth. And
So,
Prayatna.
so yes,
Yeah, Yatna means endeavor. Prayatna means complete endeavor. Endeavor. Yeah. So to generate the characters, you need both. You need the place of the mouth and also the endeavor that comes how you push the air from your stomach. Okay. So this is what it is. So when you take two characters, say for example, when you take two characters X and Y, and if you need to see whether these X and Y they have the same.
Which books?
Huh? Okay. So if you have two characters X and Y, and if you want to call them as Savarna, so Savarna is a name again here. So if you have to call them X is Savarna to Y, then the Sthana or the Asya of X and Y should be equal. They should have the same sthana. And prayatna should also be same. Only when asya of X and Y is comparable to asya when you compare the asya and prayatna of X to that of Y, and if asya and prayatna of X equal to asya and prayatna of Y, then you say X is savarna to Y. That's what it is here, comparable. When you're trying to compare the asya of X and the prayatna of X with that of Y, then if they are matching, then you say yes, this X is savarna to Y. We will see that ahead. Now they're saying, so we understood this. So here we have tulya, asya, prayatnam, savarnam. So savarna, then when you see those two are comparable, then you bring this name called savarna. That means asya and prayatna are equal for both X and Y, then the savarna, the relation that exists between X and Y is called savarna. Okay. Now talvadi, talu and adi. So starting with palatal and many other sthana, talvadi sthanam, abhyantara prayatnaschet etad dvayam. Talvadi sthanam, okay, and abhyantara prayatnaschet etad dvayam. So we have two things, sthana. So sthana and abhyantara prayatna. So these two are there. So in this abhyantara prayatna, we again have bahya prayatna also later on. So we have this. So we'll have sthana, and the sthana will be defined. And then in prayatna, you will have two categories. One will be abhyantara, which we will be seeing now. Abhyantara. And the other is bahya. Abhyantara can be called as internal and bahya will be called as external. So this is prayatna. Prayatna is endeavor. And this is sthana. Sthana will be directly, it is asya. Generation of sound within the mouth, the various portion of the mouth. So yasya, of whose, yena, of whom, yasya yena tulyam tanmitaha savarna sangyaha syat. In the sense, if you take some character X and you take some character Y, yasya yena, it's someone, you're comparing these two, and what you compare? Tulyam. You compare these X and Y with the talvadi sthanam and abhyantara prayatna. You take talvadi sthanam, X of talvadi sthanam, wherever the X sthana is there, say it can be anywhere murda, and Y also you take the talvadi sthanam. If Y is also murda, X and Y, their sthana is murda, and now you have to see abhyantara prayatna of these two. So this abhyantara prayatna, so this is where the comparison will take place with these two, sthana and abhyantara prayatna. Between them comparison, not with the bahya. Okay, when you compare these two, then abhyantara prayatnaschet etad dvayam. These two when you take, and yasya yena tulyam. These two when you take, that is talvadi sthanam and abhyantara prayatna. Etad dvayam, when you take these two, yasya yena tulyam. When you compare these two, tan mitaha, among them savarna sangyam syat. They are called as savarna sangyam. This is what it means. Okay. Now this is a Vartika. Vartika says r. Yesterday we saw this. R and r. Varnayor. Among these varnayoho. Mitaha. Among them. Savarnyam vachyam. Vachyam means let us call it as something like that. Vachyam. Savarnyam. This r and r, they are called as savarna. So wherever the savarna word is there, if a rule is being defined, where savarna is being brought in, there r, in place of r you can put r, in place of r you can put r. All this is possible. So savarna is defined only for that. wherein you need to bring a replacement. Suppose you have x, and then you need to bring a replacement in the place of x with some other character. How do you compare? You compare, take any character whose sthana and abhyantara is matching, say A, B, C, anyone, which is very comparable to x. You remove the x and put A, B, C, whatever that is matching with that. That's why the savarna is required. Okay, this is understood. Ru varnayor savarnyam vachyam. Okay, then they further proceed with, they start defining all this sthana now. Kanta is throat. Talu is a palatal. Murdha is cerebral. Danta is the teeth. And Oshtau is the lips. And Nasika is a nose. And later on you will have two things. Kanta Talu, Kanta Oshtam, and Dantoshtam. You'll see that. Okay, so this has to be memorized. All this have to be memorized. It is important. Okay, so what they are saying here is ku ha visarjaniyanam kantaha visarjana.
So the whole text has to be memorized. This whole text has to be memorized.
Yes.
That's a lot of text.
No, it's very easy actually. If you see that there is nothing there, it's only very few characters. That's all. You just need to, only five things are there that is more important, like this Kanta, Talu, Murdha, Danta, and Voshta. These 5 you remember, that 5 will be, 5 can, then later on other things are just a combination of few of the things. So these 5 is very important. So in this we have 4 characters here. You see this is a vowel, and ku. I'll just write it. Yes, akuha visarjaniyanam kantaha. So this is ku ha visarjaniyanam kantaha. So kanta is a throat. In this there are akuha and visarjana. There are 4 characters, 4 groups, I can say. So this is a will have all the 3, and because they are all savarna. How they are savarna, we will see that when we get into the example. So this is ku. Ku, Panini defines as kha, kha, gha, kha, nga. This is ku. And ha, hakara. And then visarjana, this visarga. So these characters, they are generated from kanta. Akuha visarjaniyanam kantaha. Then the next character, the next group that comes out will be ichu yashanam talu. I, chu, ya, and sha. Chu will be cha, cha, ja, ja, nya. Cha, cha, ja, ja, nya will be chu. So I, chu, ya, and sha, they are talu. Talu is palatal. Ichu yashanam talu. Yeah. And then you rutu rashanam murdha. Rutu rasha. Rutu rashanam. So this R will have all the family members. Again, E will have all the family members of like this. E and E, all the 18 members will be there. R and 2 will be ta ta da dharna. Ta ta da dharna, and then Ra and Sha. These are all pure consonants. They don't have any vowels with them. So these are all pure consonants. Ka, kha, gha, gha. So this is Murdha. Murdha. Murdha is cerebral. Little bit between the Talu and the Kanta. Murdha. After this Murdha, then we have, so it goes in a series. E, then R comes, then next will be R. The U will be taken for the last. So this is R. Tu. Tu will be tha, tha, dha, dha, na, and la and sa. Ritu, la, sa. Ritu rasanam dantaha. The position of these sounds, they're generated from the danta, that is the teeth, with the help of teeth. Dantaha. Then upapadmaniyanam oshtav. U and pu. Pu will be pa, fa, ha, bha, ma. Upu padmaniyanam. Upadmaniyanam it is. Upadmaniya. Upadmaniya will be half visarga. Fa and pa. Half visarga. This upu, that's all. Upu and upadmaniya. These are generated from oshtav, the lips. The lips. So this is teeth. Yeah. Okay. So these 5 things need to be noted. A, E, then U, then R and R. So after this, then you have a combination A and I. They will take up two places. That is kanta, the throat, and then talu, that is palatal. And then O and Au. They also have a combination of kanta and oshtav. Combination of two places. Then you have vakara. Vakara will be dantoshtam. Danta, the teeth, dantaha, and oshtav.
Can I ask about vakara? I can see that. Yeah,
yes.
Vakarasya dantoshtam. So
Dantoshtam, yes.
yeah, vakarasya, I can understand va is with the teeth and with the top teeth and the lower lip.
Yes.
But
Yes.
but if I say wa, some people say wa and va.
Yes.
So when you say wa, you can say without the teeth, only with the lips.
Yes.
So
That is
va
not
and
proper.
wa they're not two separate letters in Sanskrit.
Yes. Yes.
Usually we hear the wa when we get a samyukta varna. When we get a people say swami instead of swami. When we get a two consonants to get vyanjana, very close, then people say what. But when they have just a v va by itself, they say va.
Yeah.
But he doesn't note the difference between wa and va.
Yeah. So the lips have to be there like this. The teeth have to hold the lips like this.
It's very common in North India they say ba,
Yeah.
and in East India they say ba.
Yes.
Ba.
Bengalis they don't have that. Yeah.
They
have
say
ba.
ba.
Yeah. Everywhere they'll tell ba. Yes. But here this is very important that we'll have to touch the lower lip to the upper teeth. Then only that sound is proper. Sorry. So we say that va will come like that. Vasudeva va. So it has to touch. Otherwise that's not proper. Ucharana won't be right. Dantoshtam. Akarasya dantoshtam. And then apart from this, we have this gya, all the fifth member of the kuchu to tuku. Gya, ma, na, na. All this along with their original sthana, they also are a part of Nasika. I'll be back. Yeah. So Nyama Ganananam Nasika cha. Along with all those sthanas, their sthana will be defined with Nasika also, with the nose. Nasika means nose. Yeah. Okay. Apart from this, there are a few more things. We have this half visarga with kha and kha, and these are called as jihva mula. Jihva mula is a root of the root of the tongue root, jihva mula. Okay, the origin of these sounds, these are half visarga. We hardly use this. Maybe one or two the rule that defines this, the rule for this. So that those are generated from Jihva Mula. So these are main, whatever have been told earlier, and with maybe these three sufficient. All other things are not much important. But anyway, if you know it, it's good. So this is half visarga. They're called kha kha Jihva Mulasya Jihva Mulam. Jihva Muliyasya Jihva Mulam. And then finally, Anuswara. Anuswara also Nasika, right? Anuswarasya Nasika cha.
So now, when we say anunasika, it only means the vowels, nasalized vowels. When we say the nasal consonants and anuswara, we call them nasika. They are nasika. The nasalized vowels are anunasika.
Yes, exactly. That's all. And they will only get this Chandra Bindu. And apart from this, three more characters. The Antastha. Yavala, we will see that later.
So just one last point about the Chandra Bindu. Sometimes we see people try to write Omkara, Pranava with a Chandra Bindu, but it's an Anushwara. It should not be a Chandra Bindu.
There are two. I mean, in the Shastra we have two different ways. One is this: they write like this, Om, like this, and also the Shastra. If you see this Om, this is also valid. This is also valid. We have both the things.
But right. But what I'm saying is the first way is that would be classified as an Anunasika U. The second way is Okara.
Yes.
Okara with an Anushwara next to it.
Om. This Om. Om. This is Makara ending.
Yeah, Makara, but we don't call it either Makara, or if there's a Sandhi, it's a Vyanjana Sandhi, then it becomes Anushwara. But we don't call this an Anunasika of U, but the first one is actually an Anunasika of U.
Yeah, yes.
And then other people in the Upanishads, it says that the O itself, the Okara, is made of A and U. Makaru, Kara, Makara, iti in the Narayana Upanishad. So
Aum, comes like Aum.
Right. Aum. So when you write Okara with Makara after it, then it should actually be Aokara plus Makara. But they don't never write it like that. It's never written like that.
Yes. No.
Why?
A and U will become U. According to Guna Sandhi.
Guna Sandhi, becomes
U. Yes.
It's a Guna.
And then this Makara, this will be dot. Panini specifically writes this. In the sutra itself, he writes. There is a sutra called as Omangoscha. Omangoscha. There is a sutra. There clearly he talks about Om and Ang. We will see that the Sandhi will be formed there. Prakriti Bhava Sandhi will be formed where Om and Ang. He will tell. He'll define these two especially for these two words, Om and Ang. Shivaya Om Namaha. It'll form such rule there. What have to become there? We'll see that in the Ach Sandhi. So these two ways are seen, especially Keshav Prabhu. All these Upanishad mantras, they start with something like this, right? With this vowels. Even Bhagavatam also, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudaya, they put the vowel.
Yeah, but this special Devanagari form of Omkara, they don't in South India. Nobody does like that. In Tamil script, in Kannada, in the other scripts, they don't have. At Tamil, they have a special one where they put the Makara.
Special one, middle. This is like this, right?
Yeah.
This Om.
Yeah.
Something like this. Yeah. This is the Tamil. Actually, this is not there as a part of character set. Yeah,
it's in the Unicode character set actually, but it's not part of the actual alphabet of Tamil. No.
Yes.
But some people I know in South India, they won't prefer this this method of Devanagari Omkara. They won't prefer. They'll prefer to write all Makara, Okara Makara.
Okay.
They like it like that.
Okay. Yeah. many variations are there. Yes. So this is the sthana. So sthana is complete. So we'll have to know the sthana, because we will see when the two characters have to be compared. We should know which sthana, where the asya for that particular character will be there for that. So we'll see this. After this, yatna. So we finish with this. Nasika anuswarasya. Anuswara, that is the dot. Anuswara. So Anunasika is with the Chandrabindu, and just a dot is Anuswara. Ishwara Prabhu, is it clear? This Chandrabindu, the half moon, is called as Anunasika, and that is only for the vowels. And Anuswara will be generated from consonants, and that is called as Anuswara. Yes? Okay. Now, they move on to Yatna. Yatna is the endeavor, what we discussed. Yatna, Yatno Dvida, two types. What is that? Abhyantara and Bahyascha. Internal and external. Abhyantara, Bahyascha. Adyaha means at the beginning, or at the beginning. Panchada, they are talking about this Abhyantara now. The beginning, Abhyantara and Bahya. So Adyaha Panchada, 5 types are there. What are that? Sprishta, Ishad Sprishta, Ishad Vivrita, here, Vivrita and Samvrita, Vedat. These are the 5 types. Sprishta, Ishad Sprishta, Ishad Vivrita, Vivrita and Samvrita, 5 types. Okay. Now, Tatra, among them, in that, Tatra, Sprishtam, Prayatnam, Sparshanam. Tatra Sprishtam, Prayatnam, Sparshanam. So, the Sprishta Prayatna is called as Sparshana. All this we will see, starting from, at the bottom, he will give the more clear. Yes, so
yeah,
see this.
So that Sprishtam is Kuchututupu.
Yes. Here he writes, you see this. Here. Kadayo Mavasanaha. Ka adi, starting with the ka, and ma avasana, until ma ending, they are called sparshaha. That sparshaha is this.
So from ka to
ma.
From ka to ba.
Yes. So ka, starting with ka to ma, yeah, kadayo mavasanaha. Sprishta. These are Sprishta. This is the first. So Sprishta means ka, starting with ka until ma.
Right, and Sprishta means touched, right? So yes, it means that when we pronounce those, the tongue touches a part, touches the sternum.
Yes. Sthana is okay. Here, what they are talking about is prayatna. Prayatna is how the air is being pushed. So the sparshanam is happening in the kanta. When we say kha, we temporarily so if this is the throat, we temporarily close the throat.
So the larynx, because the larynx is closed and open at a certain way, in a certain way.
So you build up the pressure here, and then you release it.
So which means the whole consonant, almost the whole consonant is Sprishta.
Not all.
Kartuma.
Yeah, most of them, 25. Out of 33, 25. Yeah.
So they're Sprishta.
Yes, Sprishta. And then when we talk about Ishad Sprishta, it is like Ishad means slight contact, very slight. So the more contact what you have for this, that will not be there. Maybe a much lighter contact. Okay, and these are Isha Sprishta will be Antastaha. That is Ya, Va, Ra, and La. These are Isha Sprishta. Very slight contact. Okay. Then next is Ishad Vivrita. Ishad Vivrita. Slightly open. Vivrita.
So Ishat Sprishta is Yan Pratyahara.
Yeah, yes, very good. Very nice. Yes. It's always good to remember with Pratyahara. That will be wonderful actually. Next is Ishad Vivrita. Ishad Vivrita is Sha Sha Sa Ha. It is Shal Pratyahara now. Sha Sha Sa Ha. Where you don't have it's slightly open. That's what they say. I did not find much detail about this. So they slight open and then you are able to generate these sounds. Sha Sha Sa Ha. And they are also called as Ushmana. Shalasya Ushmana. Ushmana is that Ushmana means you generate a hot air from your stomach. When you say this Sha Sha Sa Ha, you will feel the hot air coming out of your belly. Yeah, Ushmana they're called. Yeah, and then Vivrita. Yeah, Vivrita is completely open. There is no any contact in the throat section there. You just say e, u, u. You don't have to block the air. Just directly, just keep getting it out. That's all. The characters the air keep coming out. O, au, e, r. So they are Vivrita. The whole vowels. Yes, the entire ach is called Vivrita. Okay, and the final is Samvrita. Samvrita is specifically what he calls as Rasva Akara. Rasvasya Avarnasya. Rasva Akara Prayoge Samvritam Prakriya Dashayam Vivritam Eva. Okay, what is that? We will see. So we will summarize this. So we'll take this Kha, Kha, Gha, Gha, Na, and so on. All this 25 characters with Pa, Fa, Bha, Bha, Ma. All this, they are Sprishta. Sprishta. Okay. And then Ya, Va, Ra, La, they are called as Isha Sprishta.
Isha Sprishta.
Yes. Slight contact. Isha Sprishta. And then Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha. These are called as Vivrita. That is Ishad Vivrita. Ishad Vivrita. And then all the vowels, the ach, complete vowel set, they are called as Vivrita. Okay. Yes. Finally, the Samvrita. Samvrita has two categories. And in the Samvrita, the Rasva Akara is being talked about. Rasva Akara. In this Rasva Akara, it will have two things. So he says, Prayoge. Prayoge, it will be Samvrita. And Prakriya. Prakriya Dashayam. Vivritam Eva. Prayoge, in the sense, when we bring it in Sambhashana, like suppose you see, Prabhu, Ishvara name is there, right? Ish. So we have this Ishvara. In this, the Akara, whatever we have here, they are all Samvrita. Ishvara Dasa. So this Ye, whatever this Ye, whatever we read as it is, they are all Samvrita. Why? Because there, no rules have been applied there. You don't see a rule being applied there, and the form is being changed. So this will be Samvrita. Yes. And then in Prakriya, when you see, what is Prakriya? Suppose a sandhi is going to happen now. Suppose say Krishna Outkantyam, say. No, not Krishna Outkantyam. So Krishna, say Krishna Ava. Krishna Ava, something like this. Say. So you have this Rasva Akara and you have this Akara. So now this is actually Samvrita now. As long as they don't form a Sandhi. The moment they form a Sandhi, Akara Savarna Dirgha, this Krishna Ava it becomes. So now this, what was Samvrita earlier, now it has become Vibrita. Because the form is being changed here. This has changed its form to Akara. So that's what they say, Prakriya Dashayam to Vibritam Eva. The moment the form changes from Rasva Akara to Dirgha, then they will be Vibrita. Until the no rule.
There's some trouble with the voice. Some breaking in the voice. Like your voice is breaking a little bit.
Is it?
Your voice started breaking. Yeah. Okay. So it's okay now. There's sometimes to break.
Okay. Oh, I guess network.
No.
Yeah, it's
I can hear you, but can I say that this Sprishta, they are Jai, Jhay, Jai, J.
Yes.
Jai Pratyahara.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Jai.
And then Isat Sprishta is Yan.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. And then Shal.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Then Vivrita. Yes. So then Vivrita is Ach.
Yes. That's all. Exactly.
Yeah, I think the trouble is my side. I think it's showing that my internet is not stable.
Yeah, this is more than Jai actually, Prabhuji, this Nyamagananam comes. Yeah, Nyai. Nyamagananam is also a part of this, right?
So it's Nyai.
Nyai Pratyahara.
Thank you for
this is what it is. So we have this. So Rasva Akara, when you see as it is in any name, anywhere, where the rules is not being applied, they are called as Samvrita. And then when the rule is being applied there, then immediately the transformation happens and then it doesn't retain the Rasva Akara in them. Immediately the rule is being applied and then it changes its form. It takes some Savarna. Then that is Vibrita. That's all. So now suppose if we need to compare this Tulya Asya Prayatnam Savarnam, suppose we take this. We have this A and then A. To see whether they are Savarna or not, that's a question. Now what we do, we take this Sthana and we take this Prayatna. So for the Sthana, Sthana is Kanta and Sthana is also Kanta. And Prayatna, if you see, Rasva Akara, we will take it as Vibrita only because Prakriya will be applied there and will also be Vibrita. So this is matching with both. So that's why we say this and they are Savarna to each other. Similarly, we can take, suppose I want to take this Ka and Ga. When I take this Ka, the Sthana is Kanta, Ga, the Sthana is Kanta, and the Prayatna, this is Sprishta, and this also Sprishta. So they both are matching. So Ka and Ga, they are Savarna to each other. Now suppose we have
so
this
why,
Cha.
Just one question. Why up here when you said and the Rasva is never called Vivrita. Only in a certain circumstance. But normally, if it comes anywhere, except at the end of a word where there's a break, and there's no Sandhi, then it can be called Samvrita. But normally it's Vivrita.
Yes. And the moment when you bring it for comparison, that at that point you are putting a grammatical rule there, then it becomes a Vivrita. That's what, any kind of prakriya that you bring in, they become vivrita. As long as you don't touch them, they remain samvrita. Suppose, take this for example, cha, and ta. When you see this, the cha, sthana is talu, and this is murda. That's it. Here itself it fails. So further you don't need to go. Although they are both are sprishta, here it fails. So here sthana fails. Although the this is active, the yatna is active, prayatna.
So if we look at cha and
yes.
sha, then it will be
yes.
Both will be
the
talu.
other way.
Both
yes.
will be talu, but the prayatna will be different.
Yes. So we not call them as savarna. That's what this sutra talks about. It clearly mentions about talvadi sthanam, abhya prayatnasya, tulya, asya and prayatna. When you compare these two, yasya yena tulyam tanmitaha savaranyam vachyam. So when you compare this,
so the rule is if you want to look at savarnam, what is savarnam? First of all, you look at whether the sthana is the same. Secondly, whether the prayatna is the same. Only when both are the same, then they are savarnam.
Yes. Because the rule will be told for you that you need to bring a replacement which is savarna of that particular character. So to find what is a savarna, then you will be applying such rules. This is only until abhyantara prayatna. When you go to bahya, it's much more complicated. That we will see that after this we can see that. Yeah. Ishwar Prabhu, is it clear? Can't hear. You're muted. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think my internet is not stable.
Okay.
Sometimes when you speak, I don't hear. Sometimes I hear.
Oh.
But my network is having problems.
It'll be clear in the recording.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like ding, ding, like that.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
So this is clear, Prabhu. Any doubt in this?
Well, I mean, you can keep maybe next class. I can ask more questions.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm getting the understanding that it's kind of slow kind of understanding.
It's okay, Prabhu. That's very nice. Slow and steady will actually sink in. Yes. Because these are new. You are exposed to now so many new words and new characters. So probably like that is little bit. That is where you'll have to remember them and you'll have to correlate it what it means. Otherwise, everything looks like an alien for us. So
I guess the principle of Achayat Paramodate, the principle of Achayat Paramodate, Param Swabi Swam. What is that? Swami. That's it. Swami there. No, like principle of Achayat. Achayat, what you left from Achayat is just 1 quarter.
Yes.
Paramadati. And then somewhere there.
I don't remember. Keshav Prabhu must be knowing that, I believe.
And the Padan Sisya somewhere there. What you learn on your own. Padan Sabramachari there. And then Padan
where is this reference?
Like,
I don't know.
Padam is 1 quarter. 1 quarter, what you learn from the Achayat, what you learn by your own experience.
Yes.
What you learn from other students.
Yes.
I guess that's just coming to my mind.
Yeah, even this they have done this survey, right? 6% self-study. 6% only you can grab. And when you teach to someone, then you can grab almost up to 45% the subject. And then understanding level falls somewhere at 11%. So it goes. self-study is the 6%, 11% will be your understanding level. And then when you try to teach someone, then your understanding level becomes 45% almost. That's a survey that they have done. Yes. So should we continue or stop here? Up to you.
I guess we stop here. Yeah,
Okay.
I guess we stop here.
Okay. So anything, Prabhu?
So did we finished up to we the next one is Anuditya
Yeah.
Savarnasya. But we did
Yes.
we finished that with the Vivritti. We finished the Vartika up to that part?
Yes, I have covered it. It's only our understanding. Just the meanings and other things. Tomorrow we will discuss that. I've covered everything in this. If you see this, Ishas here. This is
Where did we finish
Tatras-
to? Oh yeah, we finished all
Prayatnam
this.
Sparshanam. Yes.
Yeah.
Antasthanam, then Ushmanam, Vivrita Svaranam, Rasvasya Avaranasya Prayoge Samvritam Prakriya Dashayam tu Vivritameva. Then we'll move on to Bahya. This we'll be dealing with this tomorrow.
Oh,
This
we
requires
didn't
much
deal
more
with
time.
Bahya.
Yeah, Bahya Prayatna. Yeah, Bahya Prayatna, there are Ekadashada, 11 types are there. That is
Oh, I
Vivara,
see.
Samvara,
I
Shvasa,
see.
Nada, Gosha.
So
Gosha.
we're halfway through
Yes.
Tulasya Prayatna Savarna. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Until here only. Only these
Yeah.
4 lines
No,
we
I
have
see.
to deal.
I see.
For someone like Masa who have a very trouble in terms of these various accent like Tantra or this.
Yes.
Well, will that be a great impediment for learning Sanskrit? For knowing this Vyakarana, will that be a great impediment?
Yes, because
they're not able to have a proper pronunciation.
Pronunciation, exactly. Yes, that's why Panini defines that. The purpose of Panini giving the sthana is specifically to, you focus on where you have to generate those particular characters. I used to do without even knowing all this. But then when I started with this, then I started making my pronunciation more perfect. Because I used to focus, especially this na, 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 all this, the fifth. I was never aware of this. I would say the same thing for everything. As Ishwara Prabhu yesterday was saying this, I would say the same thing. But then when I got to know this, na, kakha, gaga, na, have to be pronounced from kanta, then I started giving more stress on that to make that pronunciation more perfect. This helps. Actually.
You have to drill a hole in my. You have to drill a hole to make that possible.
And moreover, the purpose of giving all this savarana and other thing is just to see, when we talk a language, we should not get tired. So simply if they put Ushmana, you keep getting out hot air from your belly again and again, what happens? You'll get tired after some time. But then the whole language is balanced. Even when you lose an energy, immediately you regain the energy by saying some other characters. So that's why the whole language flow is there. Even the words, characters, everything is built in such a way that even if you speak Sanskrit for hours together, you don't get tired. That's not the case with other languages. Yes.
Yeah. It's not like
So also
English.
there are charts here that show the not only the sthanams that we were
Yes.
looking at, but also
Yes.
it shows this Abhyantara Prayatna also.
Abhyantara Prayatna. Yes.
And then at the end of that one we come to the Bahya Prayatna.
Yes.
So that we'll come to that.
Yes. So this whole thing talks about this sthana. Kanta, talu, murdha, danta, voshnav, nasika, kanta, talu, kanta, voshnav. Then when we come down here, we just only dealt with the Abhyantara Prayatna. Bahya, tomorrow we will be seeing that. And then that's how we will complete the whole Savarana. This is required because there is a sutra which will talk about Parasavarana, Purasavarana. In the consonant Sandhi, we will see this. Udahastastambo Purvasya. From there it starts, where we will be using Bahya Prayatna. to bring a Savarna member. Is that okay, Prabhu? Thank you very much. Thank you. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyena cha patitanam pavanebhyo. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna. Thank you.